Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do the race preview for Cheshire Half Marathon. We're literally 3 days away now from race day, so I'm going to quickly cover my plans for the morning, my goals for the race, and my kit choices, etc. So Cheshire Half Marathon is going to be my second half marathon of this year. It's my last goal race of the year, so my last real effort race. So I've got another couple of things planned for the rest of the year, but no real goal races. So this is it in terms of all out effort, all out kind of training I've done. So in terms of goals for the day, again over the last couple of weeks and kind of a realisation of where my fitness is currently at, I think the sub 90 is a bit optimistic still. It was extremely optimistic for Chester. What was that, 3 months ago, when I managed to run a 1 hour 35. On the day, that was pretty much everything I had. I had that niggly injury, etc. It was a warm day, but again on the day, that was what I had. For Cheshire Half Marathon this time around, I think just a PB of any varieties is the main goal. Trying to beat that 1 hour 35. I'll go through my plans in a minute in terms of race paces, what I'm going to be setting off at, but in terms of overall goal, just I want to get a PB first and foremost. If I'm halfway in the race or 3/4 through the race and I've got a chance of hitting sub 90, then I'll definitely try and kick, but I'm not going to set off with that in mind. I just think it's a bit over ambitious, and it'll probably lead to me blowing up. So yeah, the first bit of news is obviously a heat wave's hit the UK all of a sudden. I'm not complaining in terms of sitting around in my garden, but for running, those that watch the channel, heat and me and running don't really mix. It generally leads to me dip in performance, definitely. Obviously for everyone, I think it increases that perceived exertion. So it's meant to be a really warm day later on in the day, so hopefully in the morning it won't get too hot too soon. I'll be able to get the race done hopefully before it gets too hot. I'm scheduled to run tonight in very similar conditions. So at 9 o'clock tonight, we're on Wednesday now, it's going to be about 20 degrees C. I'll put Fahrenheit conversion on screen and quite high humidity but low wind. So I'm going to run tonight, just probably a pyramid 10k, and I'll get to feel, at least see how that feels in terms of the heat, the humidity, and it'll get my mind ready for Sunday in terms of how it's going to feel when I'm running quicker than that, obviously on race day. So yeah, I'm about 40-45 minutes away from Siddington. We're in Cheshire, where the race is being held at Capethorne Hall, which is kind of hosting the start and finish. So yeah, I'm going to try and get up as close to normal time as possible. I'll get up and probably get a breakfast straight in me, just so that's in and digested before race day. I'll probably set off just after 7-ish to arrive around 8-ish, which is when we've been asked to try and get there to park, and then that gives me an hour pre race start. So I'll probably chill for a little bit, get a bit of footage, and then I'll do a quick warm up, probably a couple of K, and then they're going to do like a mass warm up, which I'll probably just take part in just to stay warm, or maybe I won't because it might be red hot. I'll see how I feel, and then yeah, into the pens to start. So that's kind of the basic plan for the morning: up, breakfast, travel, chill, and get onto the race start as cool and as calm and chilled as possible. So yeah, in terms of race plans, race goals, or in terms of the race plan and strategy, I've guesstimated that I'm not quite at sub 90 minute pace fitness level. So the plan, obviously my current PB is 1 hour 35, which is 4:31 per k. So the plan is to set off at 4:20 per k, which is 6:58 per mile, and then I'll just basically make a call on that, set off at that pace. I'll see what I'm feeling at 5k, I'll see what I'm feeling at 10k, and I'll either speed up if I'm feeling particularly good, I'll maintain it if it feels about right, or I'll slightly slow down if I feel like I'm flagging or it's too quick, and then I can always reassess later on in the race. That's kind of what happened at Chester. I set off hoping for a specific pace, and at 5k I made a call to slow down to the 4:30. That may be the decision I make again on Sunday, depending on the heat. Again, like I said, I'll openly admit I'm not the best with the heat, but I'm going to try and stay cool. I'm going to try and ignore the heat. As long as I don't overheat, I should be okay. So that's the rough plan. If I stick to that 4:20 per k, that gets me in around the 1 hour 31 and change, maybe mid 1:31s. So that'll be a really good kind of outcome considering where I think I'm at. I think that's probably my top end optimal kind of outcome. Anything in between that and obviously 1:34, see PB, sub 135 for PB would be okay. I'm really just going to try and enjoy it as best I can, but obviously this is my last final attempt to hit a PB and my last final goal race. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Okay, so finally just kit choices basically. That most of it picks itself. I'm undecided between my caps. I've got my favourite Say Sky kind of trucker cap, which is the lightest, most breathable cap I've got, which I generally wear on warm or warmer days. However, it's going to be really warm, I generally switch to the other one, my cheap one I bought in Barcelona for like €4, probably like 7 years ago. That's just actually a basically cheap fabric cap, but I generally soak that in cold water and then wear that, and then that takes longer to cool off. That generally keeps me cooler, especially in my head. That keeps me cooler for longer, so I think I'll probably take both with me, and then I'll make a call just not long pre-race. I'll make a decision which one I want to wear, but the rest kind of picks yourself. My Light Running UK vest, singlet, I'll wear probably my Puma half tights because they're the most comfiest and basically the comfiest and quickest shorts are the ones I prefer to race in. Probably my Say Sky combat socks, again they're the lightest, thinnest, gives me the best ground feel. Again, I like to race in them. I race in them for Chester, and this time it's mainly the shoe was the big decision. For Chester I decided to wear the New Balance Fresh Foam 680 V7s, which were the dual density, really comfortable, and they did fine on race day. However, I think I'm going to roll the dice and I'm going to wear my Hoka Rincons, my Hoka Rincon 2s. I've had them well over 18 months now, although I've not utilised them loads recently. I tend to use them for speed days and PB attempts, so I'm going to give them one last hurrah. They're very close to the end of their lifespan. I think they've done, I'll put on the screen, I think they've done a fair few hundred kilometres now and a fair few hundred miles. I'll put it on the screen. So this will probably be one of the last races I wear them for, but they're the lightest, quickest, most kind of efficient running shoes I've got. I think they'll probably give me the best chance of hitting a PB, so I've decided to opt for them. And that's basically it. That's the quick preview. I said that's the plans, the goals, the plan, the race kind of strategy, and the kit choices. I said it's a pretty flat course, bearing it. Hopefully, if it doesn't get too hot, I think I'm in a pretty good place to try and definitely get a PB, and hopefully try and take quite a big chunk off that. And like I said, that'll be it for races this year. I think proper races anyway. In terms of I've got the Warrington Running Festival in a few weeks' time, and so I'm basically just going to kind of run that with my brother, kind of casually. I'm not going to PB or go for anything in that kind of race. It's just going to be a nice, enjoyable race to run in. And then after that, I'll drop some more information later on in post race. But I've got a couple of projects I want to work on over the winter, but there'll be no official races. So, like I said, I've printed off the Run Bundle timing band, which I always utilise. It's a free website. It just basically helps you put your timing splits on a band, so it helps me mid-race when your brain's kind of foggy. You just glance down and you see where you're at in terms of on pace, off pace. And I put a little motivational statement just to remind myself that this is the last one. I need to give it everything I've got. I don't want to be crossing the finish line having held back or not quite giving it my all, so I'm going to give it everything I've got race day. We'll see what that brings, but I'm going to try and enjoy it as best I can as well, rather than put too much pressure on myself. Done all the training I can, feeling my legs feel good, I feel good, so this is the best I could be in position wise. So yeah, look out for the vlog itself, race day vlog. It'll probably drop on Monday if I can get it edited quite quick. So yeah, that'll be dropping that around then, so look out for that. If you don't follow me on Strava or Instagram, feel free to do so. Again, you'll probably get more like up to date, more kind of real time information if you wish to get that. But other than that, if not, look out for the vlog. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you everyone who's watched all the way through this training block. Thanks for everyone that likes the videos, that has subscribed so far. So I've got lots of projects coming up. The channel's going to continue to get hopefully bigger and better. My running is hopefully going to continue to get better and better as I continue to learn and obviously build on the blocks I've already put in place. But yeah, I do appreciate everyone taking the time out to watch. Thank you for sticking with the channel. Thank you for, like I said, all the comments and support you provide. I do really appreciate it. But like I said, wish me luck for a race day. I'll give it everything I've got, and I'll see what kind of comes from it, really. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Happy running, and I'll see everyone on the next one.